The spectacle begins on a stage that looks like a high-budget sci-fi simulation, where our protagonist in a white halter dress is working overtime to win the heart. Giving Olympics amidst a chaotic laser grid, it is as if the red and blue lines are trying to trap her, but she is too busy waving at her digital fanbase, while the donation ticker on the left goes absolutely ballistic with Korean praise. Suddenly, the vibe shifts from futuristic dystopia to a strict academy where the only subject on the curriculum is visual maintenance. Our new instructor, rocking a black crop top and a plaid skirt, is teaching us the sacred art of the appearance check, while a group of ladies in white dresses sit behind her, looking like they are waiting for their turn to be summoned by the algorithm. We then transition into a sugar-coated dreamscape where the lighting hits 100% brightness, and our soloist has replaced her school uniform with a strapless dress and a bow that probably has its own zip code. She is performing a sweet body wave that is so polished, it makes a mirror look dull. All while a camera shutter effect triggers every few seconds, just to remind us that she is, indeed, photogenic. If you thought this was just a dance, off you were wrong, because the Muse's flag corps has arrived. The entire group starts waving flags, like they are about to declare independence for a new K-pop nation. While the stage lighting goes into a psychedelic meltdown and the bottom of the screen fills up with so many live comments that it is a miracle we can see the floor at all. Now we move into the minimalist silhouette phase, where 5 dancers are silhouetted against a backlighting so strong it could probably be seen from space. They are performing a funk-inspired routine with a kind of synchronization that usually requires a hive mind, proving that even when we can only see their outlines, their arm-swinging game is still top-tier and highly professional. The atmosphere turns moody and mysterious as a dancer in light blue takes the center spot, surrounded by a squad in black, like she is the leader of a fashionable secret society. The dance moves become significantly more aggressive, featuring hair flips that are legally classified as lethal weapons, all while Latin-style percussion bangs in the background to keep the tension at a breaking point. It is finally time for the grand finale of this segment, where the stage is drowned in pink and purple light, and the confetti budget is officially blown for the entire year. The girls are waving flags and smiling at the camera with that classic "We just finished a marathon" glow, while the screen is plastered with golden VIP badges, and enough digital fireworks to satisfy a small town's holiday needs. Wait, the star power just tripled, because Ike has entered the building. All draped in pristine white outfits that look like they were woven from clouds. With Jang Won-young at the helm, they are waving giant flags, with golden logos, turning the studio into a pink, lit fortress of high-energy pop, while the audience goes absolutely wild for what they call the God level feeling. The energy hits a fever pitch as the frame starts vibrating under the sheer force of the choreography. The members are jumping and expanding their movements as if the stage is too small to contain them, while pink smoke and flashing geometric shapes create a visual sensory overload that screams legendary statuses in giant artistic fonts that keep looping across the screen. In a dramatic twist, the lights go out and we are left in a deep blue void with a single word on the screen. Before, the girls are frozen in their initial poses, like statues in a museum of modern pop, while a low electronic hum replaces the upbeat music, making us question if we accidentally stumbled into a psychological thriller for a split second. But don't get too comfortable in the dark, because the rhythm restarts under a cold blue glare. The members of IVE are dancing again, but this time they are surrounded by a thin layer of white fog on the floor, making them look like ethereal sirens performing in a digital Arctic landscape where every move is calculated and every spotlight is perfectly focused. The camera decides to zoom in on Wanyang because, honestly, how could it not? We transition into the chorus with increased intensity, and the paper confetti returns with a vengeance. It is a blizzard of white paper inside the studio, while the background text keeps scrolling with the group's name, confirming that we are witnessing a peak visual experience that defies all common sense. The first major chapter ends with the girls folding their flags and sharing a quick laugh, sounding like they just finished a fun rehearsal rather than a world-class performance. They are joking about taking all the keys or leaving one behind, showing us a brief glimpse of their off-camera charm before the screen fades to black for a high-tech equipment change. Then, a massive metallic VIP logo appears, crackling with blue electricity as if it was forged in the heart of a digital thunderstorm. A powerful female voice commands us to let's go, signaling that the previous 10 minutes were just the warm-up, and we are now entering the ultra, premium, high-stakes portion of the show where everything is bigger and louder. The lighting turns to liquid gold as the VIP mode is fully activated. The flags now have golden trails, and the stage is filled with light beams shooting out like a solar flare. The choreography has been upgraded with electric guitar riffs, and the members are moving with a new level of aggression that proves they are not just here to look pretty, they are here to dominate the broadcast. The camera enters a chaotic follow mode, swinging left and right as it tries to keep up with Wanyan's personal dance break. She is dancing in a literal storm of golden glitter, while neon frames flash around the edges of the screen, reinforcing the Muse VIP branding until it is burned into the audience's retinas in the best possible way. Suddenly, the logo evolves again into a complex shield shape, accompanied by a sound effect that sounds like Zeus just dropped his car keys. The music tempo accelerates to a point that should be physically impossible to dance to, but our performers seem completely unfazed as they prepare for the final high frequency onslaught of this electronic symphony. We have entered the cyberpunk final boss stage, where the editing becomes a high-speed blur, and the dancers are moving so fast they might actually be teleporting. The background is now a neon city from the future, and floating labels like God Level and Legend start popping up everywhere to tell the audience exactly how to feel about this dubstep-fueled madness. As the epic strings join the background music, the mood shifts from frantic to majestic. The girls perform a final slow-motion flag wave under a digital sky filled with artificial aurora borealis and fireworks. It is the kind of cinematic ending that makes you want to stand up and applaud your computer screen as the studio is swallowed by a dreamlike multicolored haze. Finally, the members strike their ultimate ending pose, and the lights slowly dim, leaving us with a final settlement screen that declares the collaboration a Muse legend. The last deep drum beat echoes in the silence, marking the end of a performance that likely used enough electricity to power a small suburb for a month, but it was worth every single volt. But wait, there is a second act to this madness. A new lead dancer in a white Morchon jumpsuit takes the stage, starting things off with a dramatic kneeling routine on a glowing LED floor. She is surrounded by a sea of white dresses, and the UI tells us she has already contributed Bakunja Wushu to the global vibe count before she even stands up to begin her rhythmic assault on our senses. The set design is having a midlife crisis as it suddenly switches from a high-tech lab to a winter wonderland. The text "love like that" appears in pink cursive, suggesting a romantic interlude, but the music stays fast because there is no time for soul ballads in this high-frequency broadcast world where the audience's attention span is measured in milliseconds. The Muse VIP lightning bolt returns with a vengeance as a hype man starts shouting about status and exclusivity in high-pitched Korean. Our lead dancer is now performing under a web of blue laser beams, waving a black flag like she is leading a very stylish revolution in a nightclub that only accepts people with a high contribution score. We enter a rapid-fire montage of visual highlights where the dancer is moving in front of a blinding white light. It is Gat, Nuke, Kim Time, and the vocals are looping the phrase so many times it starts to sound like a secret code. There is so much white paper falling from the ceiling that it looks like a document shredder exploded in the ventilation system. A quick wardrobe change later, and we are looking at a black crop top and plaid skirt combo. The team is performing a synchronized kick and hip swing routine that is so sharp it could cut glass. The background is now covered in Gat, a wry text, and everyone is shouting the phrase in unison, like they are members of a very coordinated and fashionable cheerleading squad. The theme shifts again to Call of Muse, and the stage is suddenly full of flowers and trees, looking like a digital garden in spring. The lead dancer is now performing soft fluid movements that highlight her grace, while her backup dancers sit behind her and provide moral support through the power of aesthetic positioning and matching white dresses. We are back to the Academy uniforms, but this time with flags and a tech-heavy background of neon lines. The music is reaching peak energy levels again, and the studio decides to release a massive fountain of golden and white confetti. It is a glorious mess of paper and energy, with Gappa, who flashing on the screen as the drummer goes into overdrive. The camera starts orbiting the lead dancer like a satellite, capturing her playful and confident expressions. She is waving a Muse's flag with enough force to generate a small breeze, while purple and green laser beams crisscross the frame. It is a trap-heavy segment, where everyone is chanting the brand name like it is a spiritual mantra for the modern age. In a final display of versatility, the lead dancer switches into a black lace dress and takes to the floor for some high-intensity R&B movements. The background is a purple ink, wash landscape, providing a sophisticated contrast to the heavy bass hits that are vibrating through the floor. It is seductive, powerful, and a little bit intimidating. Just like the Sense UI tag implies, we move into a blue Valentine sequence, where a dancer with long curls takes the lead in a bright, icy setting. She is singing along to lyrics about butterflies, while her group members watch from the back like proud sisters. The vibe is light and airy, but the underlying beat reminds us that we are still in the middle of a high-octane dance marathon. The dance continues as the donation counter in the top right corner starts ticking upwards at a frantic pace, jumping from 2,000 to over 3,000 points in a matter of seconds. Our soloist is busy doing arm swings and spins, completely oblivious to the fact that she is currently earning enough digital currency to buy a virtual island. The scene switches to a sunflower, theme stage for Really Like You. A different dancer with straight black hair takes the lead, surrounded by high saturation yellows and reds that are so bright, they might actually be visible from the moon. It is a sweet sugary pop moment that provides a much-needed break from the previous EDM. Heavy segments. She makes a heart with her hands over her head and goes into a stepping routine that is the definition of K-pop charm. The surrounding members are still just sitting there, presumably resting their legs for the next 30 minutes of intense choreography that they know is coming as soon as this sweet song ends and the heavy synths return. The background flashes green, the dancers swap places in the blink of an eye, and suddenly we are back to the appearance check ritual. Our first dancer is back, stroking her hair and checking her face in an invisible mirror, while the big screen behind her flashes the title, in case we forgot that her visuals are currently being audited by the fans. Next up is a trip to a pink cloud paradise for the song. Why is a whimsical, lively track where the dancer is surrounded by neon signs and dreamy imagery. It is a masterclass in how to look effortlessly cute while performing a dance routine that would probably cause a normal person to trip over their own feet within 5 seconds. The why theme continues, but with a gothic twist, as a dancer in a black dress takes over. The contrast between her dark outfit and the pink-purple background is a classic visual move, as she waves at the camera and poses with her hand on her chin, proving that even in a cute song, you can still maintain a little bit of edge. We are blasting off into space for the Maniac segment. The stage is now a swirling blue nebula with stars reflecting off the floor. Our curl hair dancer is back, and she has brought the power, hitting every synthesized beat with a kind of precision you usually only see in Swiss watches or high-end industrial robots. A fourth dancer joins the maniac cosmos, wearing a sailor hat because apparently space is an ocean now. She is performing deep waist movements and spins that match the flickering starlight in the background. It is a high-concept routine that asks the question, what if sailors were actually intergalactic dancers? And honestly, I am here for it. The black dress dancer returns for the high point of the Maniac's track, moving through blue light beams that look like they are scanning her for perfection. The song builds to a climax, and then abruptly drops into a deep bass vibration that signals the end of this cosmic journey, and our return to the standard issue studio lighting. We find ourselves back in a world of pink flower petals and heart shapes for another kneeling dance. Our protagonist is twisting her torso with such fluidity, it makes me wonder if she has a spine at all, while the contribution points hit 100% and gift pop-ups start flooding the screen like a digital rainstorm of appreciation. The Aputa track kicks in, and it is a barrage of cute gestures. We are talking chin, popping, winking, finger, hearts, and even a salute for some reason. It is a cheerful upbeat routine that relies heavily on crisp percussion sounds, and the dancer's ability to maintain a 10 out of 10 smile while doing intense arm crossing movements. The mood does another 180-degree turn as we enter the dune. It fades, the background becomes liquid blue metal, and the choreography turns into a high-speed display of power. We are talking rapid, fire hip shakes and arm swings that are perfectly synchronized with the heavy EDM synths, making us all want to do it whatever it actually is. A new dancer with short black hair takes over the dune, it challenge, and she is not playing around. Her expression is pure confidence as she executes high difficulty steps under a strobe light of purple and blue. The donation counter is still spinning like a slot machine, proving that the fans are definitely doing it with their wallets too. We transition into the door segment, which is much more elegant and features a blue butterfly forest theme. The dancer moves with a jazz-like grace, using slow body waves and precise fingerwork to create a sense of mystery. It is a sophisticated breath of fresh air after the frantic energy of the previous 10 minutes, but the elegance is short-lived as we switch to better up. The colors go from forest blue to high saturation, red and black, and the dance moves become purely hip-hop. There are hand signals, swagger, filled walks, and enough attitude to fill an entire arena, all punctuated by camera shutter transition sounds that make every pose feel like a magazine cover. The final stretch is the love attack, which is exactly what it sounds like. A weaponized level of cuteness. The background is full of macarons, donuts, and cartoon hearts, while our dancer is busy doing every AGO move in the book. She ends the whole marathon with a double hand chin, prop looking like she could do this for another 3 hours. The lights finally return to a normal setting, and the performers take a well-deserved break. They are chatting with the viewers and waving at the camera, sounding genuinely relaxed as they ask the fans how the marathon performance was. The high-energy music fades out, replaced by a soft melody that tells us it is time to say goodbye to this digital stage.